Hello everyone and welcome to this video tutorial about Custobar's email template designer. My name is Marika and I'm one of Custobar's product owners. Let's look at the email editor first. Creating an email in Custobar is easy. You can drag and drop email modules to decide slots in your email and, for example, modify your text or call to actions to be more attractive. But first you need to create an email template that you can later on edit in this email editor. So let's look at that now. To get started, you can go to the avatar icon in the upper left corner, click Settings, and then Content Templates. Here you can find all the current modules and templates of your Custobar environment. If your environment is new, this area will be empty. You can get started by clicking the Template Designer button. In this view, you can see your existing templates generated with the designer and a plus sign to create new templates. Click on the plus sign to get started and give your template a name. I'm going to name mine Awesome Demo Template for this tutorial, and I'll click Create, and then I'm going to select that template. So now you are in the email template editor. On the left side you can see the settings, and on the right side a preview of the template. Also, when you're editing the template, you can click on Phone to see how it scales in mobile, and Desktop to see how it scales on desktop. I will briefly show you how the navigation works, and let's go into the details after that. This drop-down menu lists all the different modules in this email template. Choose the base template view to make changes to the whole email template, or if you want to edit a single module, for example headline, you can select it from the drop-down or by clicking any of the modules on the right. Here's a pro tip. The easiest way is to modify the base template first and then see if you need to make any module-specific changes. In this first section, you can define your custom fonts if you wish to use those. You add the font's name and family and the URL where the font is fetched from. The Lato font here is just an example on how to do it. The more detailed font settings will come up later on. Next up is a section called Template. Here you can set the default sender name and email address for this template. It's okay to leave them out or change them later when you're sending out the email. Here you can also set the template language. This is the language you will be sending the emails in. The next section, Canvas, is where you decide the layout for the base of the template, such as background colors and the margin settings, as well as spacing between the modules. You can change the canvas and content background colors by writing in the hex code of the color. You can probably find the color codes in your brand guideline or just online by searching for hex color codes. As you can see, now that I change the color code, you can immediately see on the right what you are editing and how your edits affect the template. And that goes for all the changes you make. Then we move to the header menu section, where you can choose to add a menu to the header of your email template. And here you can edit the menu items. Or even add a new group of menu items. By the way, if you want to change the background color of the header menu, you can do it by changing the content background color in the canvas section. Next up is company details. Here you can write down your company name and website address. If you have a favicon or you want a static hero image, you can insert their URL addresses here. First, you need to upload the images to the Custobar media library and then copy the URL from there. Further down are the settings for the header and the footer. Here you can change the logo width and also the URL address of the image. Just upload your logo into the Custobar image gallery just like before. The show web link text here means that we show this open in browser text here, which allows the recipient to open the mail in a browser, either on the phone or on their computer, and that they can share the link to someone. You can turn it on or off, or change the text into whatever you like. Then in both header and footer, there's an option to show them in a wrapper or turn it off. And when the wrapper's on, the header and footer will scale in the same way as all the other modules. So it means that they're inside the same wrapper. But if you turn the wrapper off, they will scale differently, and you can, for example, have full width background colors for your header and footer. Next, adding menu items, aka links, to the footer works just like it did in the header. So feel free to edit the menu items and change the URLs. The last footer settings are the text box and unsubscribe text link. Here you can write the footer text that will be shown right at the bottom of your email. This box also understands HTML code, which means that you can put code straight into this box if you want to add, for example, social media icons into your footer. And the unsubscribe link text is the one that's here in color red, and that will redirect your customers to Custobar's unsubscribe page. If we then move along, we come to the module part. Here you can adjust the background color of modules and also content by writing in a different text color code. Changing the content background color changes, for example, the header and footer menu link background link color. Let's go back to white. And then we come back to font settings. Here you can choose which fonts to use in the template. If you earlier added a custom font to your template, that will appear here at the top of the list, just like our custom font Lato does. Here you can change the font size, its weight, the text line height, the text color, highlight color, and the text's alignment from left to center to right or justified. Let's move on to your products. As I showed you right at the start, you can later on drag and drop products or product recommendations into your emails. To select which fields you want to show about each product in your email, just click on this field and select those product properties that you would like to show in your emails, and a placeholder will then appear on the right. For the product price, you can change pretty much the same settings as you did earlier for the font. You can change the currency symbol and whether it's located before or after the price. You can also adjust the size of the normal price, like so. And the other price here is the discount price. You can also choose to turn off the strike-through for the normal price. And you can show the discounted and the normal price on the same row if you wish. Then we come to headings from 1 to 4. And these can be edited just the same as the font settings earlier. You probably have defined these in your brand guidelines, so you can follow the guideline or just test and edit them as you like. After the headings, we have editing the buttons. Here you can change the width of a button. A minimum would be at the moment 20, changing it now to 30. Then you can add more width by padding the text as well, horizontally, or the height of it by adding vertical padding, like so. And you can change the button alignment to whichever you like. And just in general, it makes sense to try out how your buttons will like and how the whole email will look like when you do change these settings. And then we have the options for the button text here. You can change the button color, for example. Change its font, the size, the weight, the line height, and the spacing of the letters. And this the text that is on the button, you can see the default text here, but that is also changeable at a later stage when you actually create the email. And lastly, there's also the possibility to change the color of the links that you have in this email. There's none visible here, but the link color will have changed. And then you can add any HTML code decorations into this box if you like. Hey, so this means that we've come to the end of our base template settings. So now if you wish to make changes to any of the specific modules, you can select a module here from the drop-down menu and edit that. Now it becomes active. Or then you can select a module from here by clicking here in the email template itself, and it also changes in the drop-down. And you can then go on and edit the settings just for that module. For example, let's select this call to action module, transparent call to action, and make some changes to its appearance. There, the color changed. I changed the module background color, but the changes that I'm doing only affect that one module. Finally, when you've scrolled through your email and you're happy with its design, you can click on publish, and that will make your email template available in the email editor, which is where you will actually be creating your email campaigns. there's a separate tutorial about how to create email campaigns, how to use the email editor. But I'm just going to quickly show you how my awesome demo template works in the email editor. So I've selected the demo template. I'll create a new campaign. And there it is. Now I can start actually writing the content of my email campaign. And using the all the modules that we edited before and dragging and dropping them into the email campaign. So thank you for joining me in this video tutorial, and if you have any questions left about designing an email template, please send us a message at support@custobar.com. Thank you for watching this video.